If you're straining, if you're pushing, and if you feel like you have to gut yourself out to get to those higher notes, well, here's a video today to show you that there is another way. Stay tuned. So welcome back to Singing Simply, where the goal is to give you simple yet actionable advice for your voice. Now there's loads of information out there. My goal is to simplify it to things that you can actually use. So today we're going to tackle the problem of hitting higher notes. And we're going to jump on a slightly different angle and we're going to look at the muscles involved in singing. And so according to research, there are two major muscle groups involved in singing. There's your TA muscles and your CT muscles. You can quickly Google them to see what all this is about, but I'm going to quickly share how they work. So in a very similar fashion to your biceps and your triceps, they work in tandem. And so, for example, if I wanted to lift my arm up like this, what's happening is my bicep is pulling in, it's contracting, and my triceps is lengthening, it's stretching out. And so in a similar fashion to your singing muscles, your TA and CT, they also work in tandem. And so when we're in our lower pitch, your TA tends to be a bit more activated. And so what's happening is it's contracting, and because of this, it's pulling the vocal cords shorter. And when you have shorter vocal cords, it's easier to sing the lower notes. But then what happens when you start singing higher? Your CT muscles start to get a bit more activated. And as it contracts, it lengthens the vocal cords, which makes singing high notes easier. So thanks for the information, Dub. But how do we use this for singing? That might be what you're asking. So with a lot of singers who struggle with their higher notes, what tends to happen is that they're not actually activating their CT muscles enough. And if you think about what I just said before, your CT muscles stretches your vocal cord, kind of like a rubber band. As you stretch the rubber band and you flick on it, the pitch gets higher. And that's what we want to do with our vocal cords. So one great way to train this is by jumping into your falsetto. And the reason behind this is when you're in your falsetto, you're activating purely CT muscles. You don't give your TA muscles a chance to contract and make the singing hard. And so a great exercise to do this is to simply slide up and down on a 5-tone scale from your highest notes to your lowest notes. So I'm going to start somewhere comfortable for myself, and I'm going to do this on an U. So this is the F, about the F4 to C5, and I'm going to do something like this. And once I get that, I'm going to slide it up as high as I can without letting my larynx rise. The moment your larynx starts rising, that's when you should stop. Keep going up. And so once you stretch comfortably high without straining yourself, you want to go as low as possible. So I'm going to take it all the way back down. So it got really breathy. That was about the F3 to the C4, so middle C for guys. And obviously for ladies, you can take it up higher, take it down lower, whatever's comfortable. But the idea is to, on a falsetto note, probably an U, stretch it as high as you can and as low as you can. And this is a great way to stretch out your voice, stretch out and engage those CT muscles, which would make singing easier. And so what you're going to find is the more you kind of do these exercises before you kind of jump into your full voice, the more your full voice is going to feel easier. It's going to feel far easier to sing on your higher notes. They're just going to thin out and lighten up. Now, one quick caveat, you never want to start stretching it to the point where your larynx starts shifting dramatically or you start tensing up, because what that means is you're not engaging the right muscles anymore. So take your time, stretch it up slowly, and also stretch your lower range slowly. Don't force it in one go. Now that kind of wraps up our video for today. If you found this helpful, if you found this useful, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and comment below what you found useful. I'd love to see what you guys think. And until next time on Singing Simply, see you guys later.